Hello and welcome to another bodgit and leggit video. We're doing another tool review today and we have got these hose clamps pipes. Now these are very good and they can be used for so many different things. As you can see, we've got 3 different sizes. Now basically what they are is they're a plastic pliers almost, but what they're designed to do is when they clamp on a pipe is not to damage the pipe. That's what they're actually designed to do. So if you're removing your gearbox, for example, and you take your clutch pipe out and all the clutch fluid is going to spill everywhere, well, you clamp this on the pipe. Make sure it's not the metal pipe, it's the actual flexible rubber hose. You clamp this down. As you can see, this little lever comes down and locks. And what it does is it locks on the pipe, it doesn't do any damage, and it stops the liquid coming out. Now if you want a water pipe, for example, something like that, you obviously get a bigger pipe. So, if you've got a bigger pipe, use the bigger clamps. They're basically just a clamp, but they're designed not to do any damage to the pipes. So you're removing brakes, you're changing calipers from your car, anything like that. You don't want all the brake fluid to come out. Well, you can, on the rubber part of the hose, you can use these. You can use them for fuel lines. You can use them for power steering lines. You can use them for radiators, water lines. Absolutely anything, really, you need to stop liquid coming out. So any kind of pipe, these can be used for. Again, you don't have to spend mega money on these. These are just, I think these are, I don't even know the make of these, to be fair. They're just a non-generic brand, very cheap. But even the good ones, to be fair, they're not that expensive, because there's nothing really to them. You can't really break them, because if you break these, well, then you're clamping the pipe too hard and it's your fault more so than the tool's fault. So you can't really break these. You don't have to spend an absolute fortune. They will come in handy just like everything, and it's a thing you can just leave in your toolbox. You can buy them because they're very cheap and you can leave them in your toolbox. You only use them a couple of times, but it makes no odds because you haven't spent an absolute fortune. And again, when you come to use them, they're going to save you a lot of grief. Not even so much saving you a lot of grief, but also saving you money, because if you've just put a lot of antifreeze in your car, for example, or you've just topped up your brake fluid, you just topped up your power steering fluid, and for some reason you have to take a pipe off, or rather than letting all the liquid come out and go on the floor and basically be a waste of money, at least with these you can actually lock it off. Now you can catch it in buckets and stuff, but again that can be annoying too, depending on where you're actually using it. And these things, once they're there, they lock on and they can stay there for days, hours, weeks. It doesn't really matter, and it just basically saves you having to renew all the fluids and stuff if you just done it. Do get a couple of different sizes. This, to be fair, would be one of your most common ones, the smaller one. All your brake lines, all your fuel lines, your clutch lines and stuff like that, you'll be using a little one on. The only time the big one comes into play is on radiator lines and stuff like that. But yeah, mainly you will be kind of using this small one. Well, that's what I tend to use a lot anyway. But the other ones do come in handy. So if you do get a set, they are very cheap, and I would suggest just pick them up, because it's something that you're not going to use a lot, but when you do, and someone's going to say, oh, what are they? And you're going to get all that too. So it is very handy piece of kit for the money. Certain tools are very expensive, and I would suggest, look, you can get away with not buying them. Something like this, for the price they are, even if you don't use them all the time, well, honestly, the time you do use them, these will even be a good gift for somebody as well. And the reason why I say that is because they are inexpensive, and the person that you're buying them for, I guarantee you, would have either needed them or wants them, because they're a great little bit of kit. So yeah, look, very simple. Hope it helps. Thumbs up and subscribe, and don't forget to get your hands dirty. See you for the next one.